People back. I haven't been gone long, but I've been paying attention, kind of playing around with the settings, and hopefully this actually comes out a little bit clear. For those of you that have no clue, I'm just kind of testing out some settings of actually streaming this. I thought that was something else. And this game, and allowing myself the opportunity to try making some videos or something. I don't know. It sounded kind of fun, just a little side project, and just doing some exploring of this planet. It has been a while. I've never actually I've put up one video on this planet, but not much else. And the reason for the name is because I decided to call it Burrium since it's so cold. I'm really looking for that one last animal. Otherwise, I would just leave this planet. But I'm one short of being able to find everything on this planet, and to me that sounds really useful. So I just keep going over to these beacons and trying to explore as much as I can. I'm less interested in the resources. I've actually pretty well filled up my inventory on resources, but when you get over to a beacon, you can create a bypass chip, which offers you a chance to kind of look. It only costs you 10 plutonium and 10 iron, so it's really not too expensive. As long as you have your inventory spot, and you can kind of open up these signal scanners, which are really handy. And I always tend to look for the shelters, because that's where you have drop pods, which are going to give you more space in your suit. I've learned you can only have 48 spots in your suit, but I'm only at 36, so I've still got a couple to go. I really do also need a trading post at some point, and it's another drop pod, but at the moment I'm just kind of hoping to get as much as I can, and kind of hopefully come across this last remaining species that I'm short on. I know there's probably a ton of things I haven't analyzed on this planet in terms of the plants and the flora and the rocks, but I don't really care about those as much. They give you some credits, but and there's another one that I've already discovered. So I'm just kind of keeping it to the point where until I get to a trading post, I'm just trying to keep to some of the rare resources, and I want to see where those are going. Maybe they'll take me towards the trading post, off that way towards the drop post, or the drop pod. But really, I'm just trying to find the last one, grab some rare resources, get some good cash flow going. The exosuit upgrades, the suit upgrades, those are getting really expensive now, so it's kind of important that I keep bringing in cash. I had stockpiled a bunch to get a new ship, but now it's getting to the point where I need to start stockpiling them so I can get these suit upgrades, so I can get the maximum amount of suit space. That'll really help. I'm going to go past that first drop pod. Those are really close together. I probably could have just walked, but I like taking my ship everywhere. I'm impatient, so I like to hurry through to the next place. Carbon. Probably loot those, but again, I just don't have that much room left. I'm just going to call this, I'm just going to title this one as well. We're just going to title it Drop Pod. It's not too important to me to have a particularly unique name, but I do like naming them kind of my own thing as opposed to just the default from the game. I don't know, just that appeals to me. But other than that, nothing's down there. And a power canister. We'll use that in a little bit when my life support drops. Okay. This is like my third drop suit. I'm really gonna run out of cash real soon. This is getting real expensive. I think I spent 600,000 in suit upgrades here in the last little bit. How far is that one? 127. So we could make it there. But I'm more interested actually in kind of finding trading post or another beacon or something, and you can see those from the sky in your ship. So I tend to take off and just kind of slowly explore. I'm big on finding the ruins too. The ruins are really important to me. I going up to all those traders, I just want to know what they're saying, so I just try and figure out all the words and learn what they are. But, you know, that's just kind of my goal. I think one of the great parts about this game is that there is kind of different ways to play it, depending on what you want to do. I'm much more about exploring each planet, and it's been taking me a while to explore each planet, as opposed to just kind of hopping through and finding all the different things, which is actually how I thought I was going to play it at first. That doesn't have a trading spot, alright. But to me, kind of like finding all the little tiny things on the planet, that's kind of fun. It's not a great use of your time. You're not going to get the most credits that way. To get a lot of credits, I've been really finding myself a trading spot, generally a trading post, and then, you know, that looks like it could be worth something if I land there. And then I go from the trading post to find the rare resources and kind of sell those. Let's see. The post should be around here somewhere. It's always the opposite side of where I'm going. No, I really can't find this post. Is there not a post? Is there not a save post? It must be, otherwise it wouldn't tell me I've discovered it. But I can't seem to find it right now. That's weird. Are you? No, I found you. That's in a minute 44. Where is it? Oh, did I land on it? I landed on it. Dummy. But yeah, that looks like it could be a good resource over there. Something to take. And I'm hoping that this place, to me, it looks like one of those places that's either going to have a monolith or a dropped ship. Mountain was right there. Mountain overlook sounds good. And so I'm hoping this will give me another location. For things. So, oh, it's one of these. I hate these. The whole having to deal with the sentries and all that stuff. But, it could still be useful. I've found a lot of the technologies by now. How is that not alerted to something? But sometimes they're useless. This is another one of those things that if you don't have the language, it can get really difficult because you'll have to leave it unopened. I've never been able to figure out, like, if you get it wrong and it gives you all those choices, what happens? Like, how can you go back? Like, how long do you have to wait? Can you go back? So I think, for me, that's always been an interesting little thing. Like, I don't think we can go back. So, you know, it's always hard to kind of determine what's going on with these things. And it's always, one of the tips I've learned is always look inside. You can generally find things like, well, that can help if I mess this up. But you can often find new words and things like that, and they tend to be pretty helpful. The alarm has logged the terminal. Security scanners appear and slowly turn toward me. The message displays itself letter by letter on the terminal. Interlevel visual detection. So I would guess that I would say cut the camera feed because of the visual detection. Perfect. Does not trace me. The facility becomes operational. And I did learn a new recipe, how to make a shielding plate. Really, I didn't know how to make that before. Okay. And my standing with the Vikings increase. So I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna take it anyway. I think I'm already up as high as I can go, but I don't know. I'm at the top tier, but I don't know if you can, like, if it matters how much you have. Killed a lot of these sentinels by now, so I know most of the stuff they drop tends to make it not worth it to find them. But yeah, I knew all this. So this was actually kind of a waste and a bummer. I thought it would give me something good. And given that there's a storm happening now, I feel like I'm gonna hop out, but I might loot these debris. These always give you antimatters, and the suspension fluids. Those sell pretty well. They do take up a whole inventory space though, which is a little unfortunate. You can't stack them or anything like that. If that thing isn't too far now, it's 2 minutes and it's a big storm. So I'll hop back into my ship and then just kind of float around and see if I can find something useful again. I haven't quite figured out the scanner on your ship. Like, there supposedly is one, but I haven't really seemed to find it useful for anything. And that's a little frustrating. But anyway, I think I'm gonna land down here. This looks like a monolith. And we'll probably wrap it up there. So we'll wrap it up here at this monolith. If it's gonna let me land. Landing area not clear. There we go. It's so weird to me how sometimes the landing area is not clear, but you can land on the side of a hill like that. Little tiny things about the game, I guess. So, go ahead and take a look at this. And this is another one. I always get the words first. You never know when the word vessel or upload or any of those type of things might be useful towards actually doing anything. And I also can't tell. Inventory full. Alright, so this one's not going to give me a word. Let's see. I think I have one free space on my ship. Yep, I do. So I'm going to move one Gravitino ball, I guess, because it doesn't really matter. I just need the free space. And now I'm going to hope that I can do this right, and I know enough of the words. So I'm going to read the glyphs up. Isotope, Vaz, Viking. Isotope. So, I'm going to guess then we need the isotope element. 10 carbon, perfect. None of those words were helpful, but at least throughout the point, and sometime along the game I learned the word for isotope, so that became useful to me. So now I get increased with the Viking. I should learn an Atlas word, and also get one of those. And those, but that's weird. So I'm gonna hop in here, and yeah, so thanks for watching. I just was curious about the volume, and yeah, thanks for watching.